Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video, this is the 12th part of the Python tutorial series, and today we will talk about list. So list is nothing but a group of objects that is a feature provided by Python. So personally speaking, list is one of my favorite data types to be used in Python, and it is my go-to data type for most of the tasks that I perform for my university assignments or even in competitive programming. Lists are very useful. So when I say group of objects, so that's pretty much saying that it can have multiple type of objects or data types in a group. So this is a small example for it. So I have 511 Python 007 and code. So these are of different type. So 511 and 007 are of integer, and Python and code are of string. So you can even have a float number if you want. So you can have all that in a bunch. So there is a concept of arrays in C, C++, and other languages. So if you have learned that previously, you might have been know about that. In other languages, we don't have this kind of multiple multicultural object, something like that. So Python provides us with this facility, so we can encapsulate different types of objects into one, and we can perform operations on it. So pretty much like string. It follows a zero indexing. So the first element will be at zeroth index, and then the rest of the elements will be after that. So that the last element will be at the n minus 1th index. So where n is the total number of objects in the list. So let us just jump onto the code, and we'll help you to get the notification, how to do the declaration, and the operations of it. So list is mainly denoted by this bracket notations, square bracket notations. So if you want to declare a list which is an empty list, you can declare it either by using this square notations, something like this. So let's say I want to declare a list uh, of with the name of a, and I can declare it using this square brackets notation. So it will declare us empty list like this. So I can even check the type of this a. It will give me a value of list. So another way is using this list function. So similar to string, integer, and float functions, so we also have this list function. This can be used to declare. Also, it can be used to typecast some other object into this object or into this type. So I can use a equals to list as well with this parenthesis. So it will return me a empty list like the previous one. So I can even check that also. So this is about creating an empty list. But let's say if I know some of the elements of the list that has to be in that list, I can simply declare it like a equals to then square brackets and mention whatever the elements that you want to be want that in that list. You can directly type it in. So let's say 11, Raj, and 99.94, etc. So I already, so that's how easy it is to make a list. So we don't have to define any data type or any data types that has to be in, that are going to be in. So just have to use square notations and put on the elements, and then you are done with it. So moving on to the basic operations. So pretty much like strings, the list operations are also very similar to the strings. So we have the basic addition and multiplication operations. So using this plus operator, we can add two lists. So let's say I have one list which is 1 comma 2, and we have another list that is 3 comma 4, and I want to add it up to make a single list which contains 1 2 3 4, or whatever the example that you take. So it will give me an array of 1 2 3 4. So again, so we have to store this into some variable in order to use this. So make sure that you save your results somewhere. Next up, we have this multiplication operation. Similar to string, it multiplies or it create the multiple instances of the already present elements in the list to have it multiple occurrences. So let's say I have three elements, 1, 2, and 3, and I want these three items to be repeated three times. So I will use star 3. So it will give me a list of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So pretty similar to string. So next up we have this equivalence operator. So I can check if two lists are in same order. So I have 1, 2, 3, and I want to check if 1, 2, 3 is equals to 1, 2, 3 or not. I can get a value of true. So this is this is a very trivial example. So let's say I take two variables 1, 2, 3 and b equals to 2, 1, 3, and I check a equals to b or not. It is giving me a value of false because, guys, the elements are same, but the relative ordering is not same. So make sure that your ordering is same whenever you check for any equivalence of two arrays, or sorry, not two arrays, two lists in Python terms. So then we have the opposite of the equivalence operator. So we have this not equivalence operator. So it is just pretty similar to the basic operator of not equals that we can use here as well. So if I check for a not equals to b, so it will give me a value of true. So let me comment this. No, okay. So it will give me a value true because this is not equal. So let's change the value and I try it now. So it is giving me a false because a is equals to b now. So now we have this membership operator. So it is nothing but it will check for whatever the element that you are trying to check is present in the list or not. If it is present, then it will give me a value of true, or else it will give me a value of false. So let's say I want to check the element Raj is present in this list 1, 2, 3. So it will give me a value of false because Raj object is not present in this list. So let's say I change this element to 3, and so it will give me a value of true. So next up we have indexing and slicing in list. So it is pretty much similar. I already explained about how the zero indexing in list as well. So this is a short example for it. So I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So their indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. Let's say I want to check the element at number 3, index number 3. So I can easily do that. So let's take this list only. So I want to check what is the element at the index 3. So it will give me a return a value of 4 because the value at index 3 is 4. So similar to slicing in strings, so we can perform the slicing here as well. So the syntax is same. We have to define the start and the stop and the stride. So these are nothing but your indexes, and the stride is your jump parameter or jump value. How much you want to jump after returning each value or at each index. So we will take the same example up as above. So we'll start with we'll have the start at 1 and we will end at 3. So it will go till 2 only. Now I'll take the default stride, so it will return the value of 2, 3. So I will start off with 1, then I will go to 2, and I won't reach 3 because it has to be the stop minus 1. It will be the last index to go, so we'll only return 2, 3. So let's say I want to reverse the list, whatever the list I have. So I can use the same notation of colon minus 1. So it will return the reverse of the list. So we can use this whenever we want. Again, I can change the stride and perform all sorts of experiments. It will return the alternative or the even indexes of the list. So you can try this by your own. So the last topic of this video is the modification of the list elements. So unlike strings, in list we can perform the modifications at some of any list item. So let's say I have this list of 1 2 3 4 and I want to change the value of an element which is at index 2. So I want to change this 3. This 3 is at index 2. I want to change this 3 with a different value. Let's say my name only. So let's say I want to change it to Raj. So I can use this a bracket quotations, or sorry, square brackets notation, and give the element index, and then we can use this. We can directly assign it to it, and then we can check the value of that, if that is getting affected or not. So here, the earlier the list was 1 2 3 4. Now I have 1 2 3 1 2 Raj and 4. So similarly, you can perform modifications at any point. So that's it in this video, guys. Was the first part of the list. Soon I'll be uploading the second and third part, if possible. So that's it in this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care of your health, and we'll meet next time. This is Raj signing out.